As I went inside, I turned on my goggles, and I noticed that I was in a room filled with trash and other items on the floor. The smell was awful. As I started to search around the room, I then saw a suspicious-looking black bag. Curiously, I approached it, starting to rip open the bag, and that's when I saw 2 bodies inside of it. I fell on the floor, breathing heavily in fear. "What the fuck is this?" I whispered. I took my phone out and I took pictures of it to hopefully expose what's been happening in this place. I picked up my rifle and started to look around for a way inside this underground place. I found a door that read, "Entrance to the Asylum." When I read this, I quickly remembered watching this video a few months back called Sesame Street, The Truth, which talks about some of the characters in the show being monsters in an asylum. Oh my god, so it is true, I thought to myself. I started to approach the door, and before I could even open it, I heard multiple people talking inside. As I was backing away slowly, I accidentally tripped on an empty bottle, falling. I quickly got up and went to the very back of the room, crouching behind this old couch and pointing my gun at the door. The door then opened, revealing 2 men in uniform with pistols searching the room. I then heard one of them say that someone was in here. I then took out my knife, and as one of the guards started to approach my direction, I stabbed the guard, putting my hand over his mouth and stabbing him 10 extra times until he was down. I then picked up a little bottle, and I dropped it right next to the body. I then ran to the other side of the room. The guard pointed his flashlight, and he saw his dead companion. He ran to the dead guard, and he was about to radio someone until I pointed my rifle at him, telling him, "Don't even think about contacting someone, because you think you and the others will get away with this. If you think that, you're dead wrong." The man started to grab my rifle, and he threw it out of my hands. We fought hand to hand, but I was able to take the advantage and beat him easily. Dumbass. I then grabbed him and asked him furiously where the fuck my sisters were. Carla and Emily, those were their names. Where were they? He then started to tell me that they were taking them to a secret place beneath the park. "Is that all?" I asked. "That's all I know, asshole." I took my pistol and shot him in the leg. He went down on the floor crying in pain. Okay, the employees here take these kids and teenagers to this underground place. The employees there keep these things. "What things?" I asked. "Those monsters that are down there." "I already know about that," I said. "You do?" he replied. "Oh yes, I do. I know a lot about this asylum you have underneath this park. And you haven't answered my question. Where are my sisters at? Tell me, and I won't shoot you." He finally told me that they were down there in room number 15, and that the door will lead me straight into the asylum. Thanks for the information. I then took out my pistol and aimed the gun at him, shooting him 1 time. I picked up my rifle and I headed downstairs to this secret asylum. I made it down the stairs and saw pictures of these monsters on the wall. I took pictures of them from my phone and took the pictures physically off the wall, folding them and putting them inside my backpack. Let me tell you something. These Sesame Street characters looked so demonic and evil that it would give anyone fucking nightmares. The creepiest one was the Count, you know, the vampire. I then found the door to the asylum, approaching it, and opened it.